everybody. We're over here today in Disney Springs. We actually took a drive over here. We're actually going to be heading right now on over to the Polynesian Resort, get a little shooting over there, trying out some new equipment, and a little different. We're out in the daytime today, so it's going to be a little interesting to see how we do. We've been shooting so many night videos lately that it's a big change up for us, but we're going to try to get some new footage out there, get some new sights and sounds for you guys. So we got little Marley over here. Marley! Trying to get her. There she is. There's Marley. And we got Morgan over here yonder. Morgan! Sorry, Morgan.
Hi.
There you go. Putting on his hat. And me. So we're going to get heading out over to the Polynesian and see what we can see for you guys. See you in a while. Your hand and And right now we're actually sitting where all the buses come in. So if you're heading down to Disney and staying here for a week or two, you're going to come in here, and this is pretty much central area where you're going to be using all the buses. So if you're staying at a resort, you're going to go to one of these canopies that's actually labeled for your individual resort. You're going to stand in line there. It's going to take you back and forth to and from your resort, and each one of the buses are actually labeled. And if you look at any of the buses out there, all the different buses have different logos on them, different places and stuff, different movies, so it's really cool. Then over here on the left, if you can see the front of the bus, it says Polynesian Village and Grand Floridian right there on top of it. That's funny, we just waited like forever to get a bus, but now they're sending a whole bunch, but we're just waiting right now for the red light. But this is the, down on the end here, you're looking at the, I believe this one's the Line Garage. Yeah, so you got a couple of different garages you're going to park in. You've got the Orange Garage and you got the Line Garage. And this is the front right here of where you're going to get dropped off. So when you come back at the downtown, I call it downtown, but Disney Springs, this is where you're going to come to get dropped off over here. You're not going to get picked up here, but this is where you get dropped off. And that bus that's going by now is the Disney 50th, obviously. Here comes another one with Mickey and Minnie on there, 50th anniversary.
Toy Story bus.
Just want to make it a little louder with the mask on. And if you guys haven't guessed, some of the buses are definitely running the mask yet, so if you're heading down, make sure you definitely bring a mask with you. Otherwise you're going to be paying a little bit for a mask, but always have an extra on you just in case. It's a little bit about what's out there. We're kind of hanging up at the red light right now. Once it turns, we'll get moving.
Mickey bus.
And bye-bye Disney Springs. Hello, Polynesian. That over there is still your old Planet Hollywood building. Behind it you got your Disney balloon there. And this is where all the buses meet up, where you can actually come and park your car in the garage, walk over to a bus, or walk around Disney Springs. As they put so much in here over the last couple of years that it really, there's something for everybody. here's one of the bus routes. So each resort is going to pretty much have their own bus route unless they share. Like we were here yesterday, we headed over to the Port Orleans Resort, and that's going to share with the second one, and that's going to be the Port Orleans Riverside French Quarters. Right now the Polynesian, this one runs pretty much by itself. So we're going to head right on up, and this ride's going to take you right out to the Magic Kingdom, because it's actually in the Magic Kingdom loop with the monorail. Over to the right here, I don't know if you guys are going to see it in time, but we got the Cirque du Soleil over there. That's one of the shows. It's a really good show if you're staying down here. And this one is just for the Orlando Cirque du Soleil. So each one has their own private, their own personalized show. Over here to the left, you've got Typhoon Lagoon. That's recently opened. We're actually going to try to head over there tomorrow morning, get some footage over there for you. We're going to see how it is. I'm expecting it to be busy with spring break, but we'll keep our fingers crossed anyway. Again, as I just said, we're sitting at a red light, but when you're down at the Disney Springs area, right across the street pretty much over to the right is going to be your Typhoon Lagoon. So that's a water park, if you guys aren't familiar with that, and it's got a lot, it's like one of the originals, so it's got the rides in there, aren't as severe. Now if you want some real experience on water slides, you're going to go over to Blizzard Beach. So they've got like Summit Plummet over there. That's a very big water slide. So you start off with your bathing suit on, you get off with your bathing suit wrapped up around your neck. So it's definitely a water slide that's, you gotta wanna like water slides a lot. Right now the Polynesian, this resort we're going to right now is all themed around pretty much the Hawaiian background and Hawaiian theme. You still got a lot of Stitch over there, but I think they're trying to work Moana into it over there. So you still got a little bit of Leo and Stitch out back. And that, once again, it's one of my favorite resorts. You walk in it and you feel like you're on vacation.
Leo and Stitch.
Yep. Let me swap off with Morgan because his arm's getting a little tired, I noticed there. But yeah, so each resort has their own theme. You go to the Wilderness, it's like their old rustic hunting lodge. You got the totem poles over there. Everything's log cabins. The Polynesian is all, it's like a Hawaiian look over there. It looks real nice, and they did their homework on it. And they just recently redid the pool area out back, so you got a really awesome pool. And they've got a really huge kids section down there also, so the kids got something to do. Overlooking that is going to be the, you've got the bungalows that are out over on the water, but everything overlooks the Magic Kingdom. So it's good for out back if you're walking over on the, it's like a little sidewalk out on the beach. You can see most of the Magic Kingdom from over there, so it's really nice to see it. We're going to see if we're able to get into one of the bungalows and get inside tour for you today. I'm not going to hold my breath, but we'll see if we can get on in there. But if not, we do have one posted from this the prior season, but we'll try to get another one out there for you. I guess that's about it till we start moving along, but little pointers for you. That's the original tower they built for the old Key West, and they keep changing it up over the years. I'm not sure if the sign on the front, the TV sign on there, it says Disney Vacation Club, is a good idea. I would think that would bring in some accidents with the cars trying to watch it. But the tower, I love the tower. It's been there a while. And if you look up on top, the rails up there on the walk around where Huey, Dewey, and Louie are, the rails are actually the same rails used in the resort. So not all of them have it, but some of them, if you look down on the bottom of the rails, they got the Mickey heads in there. So it's kind of cool to see that. That's where I originally bought, with Old Key West. Still my favorite of art. Right now, if you were a Tim Tracker fan, you'd be saying King of the Bus, but we're not really King of the Bus back here. We're just bus riders, so maybe we'll come up with our own song sooner or later. I'm afraid to hum anything. If I hum something, I'm probably going to get hit with a copyright infringement. It's amazing how many videos we post and we get hit immediately with the copyrights on it. They don't mind you using them, but you're not going to get anything out of that video. As soon as you watch it for the first time, it's automatically got somebody getting an advertisement making some money on your video. But you win some, you lose some. Up on the right here is coming the Old Key West sign. You'll see that coming into view in a second. It's funny too, because everything I'm actually recording right now is on a delay, so I've seen it before my camera picks it up. But that's Old Key West is over on the right, and right next to Old Key West is the Saratoga Springs Resort. Right up here past that, on the right, is your French Quarters, Port Orleans. And up past that one's going to be your Port Orleans Riverside Resort. This is one of my favorite entranceways. I love their sign on the road. You don't get to see too much from the road because everything's hidden back behind the trees. But occasionally you get a little peek in there. I'll see if I can get you guys some peek in. Pretty much a lot of trees, but if you look through, you can actually see some of the buildings back there. The trees are in bloom right now, so it hides a lot. But that was the Port Orleans French Quarters, and now we're coming up on the Riverside, which used to be known as Dixie Landings. And this is their sign coming up right there. These two are both very, very beautiful resorts. And they're both themed, I guess, around Louisiana. And this is part of the Riverside, this Alligator Bayou area. And this is a little different than the actual resort. It's almost like they built a second resort in there just to have it in there in the back to have extra rooms. But it doesn't go with the other themed rooms, which are more like a plantation style home. That was actually the first place I ever stayed in there. It's kind of like in between the, I would say in between the Port Orleans and the Wilderness Lodge theme, somewhere in there. It reminds me of like a hunting, but yet you're still in like a bayou type thing. Up here is the Golden Oak. This used to be a golf course, and now it's turned into a place you can get a house in there. I guess they got a lot of houses in there. You can see them through the tree line. There's some pretty high-end houses, and they've got their own shuttle that takes them down to the Disney Springs area. They got like a little bus on the end that says Golden Oak on it. And I heard back in the day something about Bill Gates getting a place in there. So that's the type of people that are going to be, I believe, in there. But they're not that much, they're not. They are in the millions, but they're not just for the high end, but they are high-end homes. And this is just one of the bus routes. Some some of the other ones are out on the main drag, so you get to see a little bit more. This one here is kind of like a back road. It's going to take us over to the main road that drives into the Magic Kingdom. I'll see if I can get some more of them homes in there. That's it in the Golden Oak. That's the homes in there. I think the last time we were here, we saw something about them starting in like the 3 million area. I think that's what the sign said. I could be wrong, but I believe they started in the like 3 million area. And this here is the Wilderness Campgrounds. So if you have your own camper, this is where you're going to come with that. You're going to rent a spot back there, you're going to park, and that's actually a really awesome little, it's kind of like a resort. If you're not really sure what it looks like, we do have a video posted of that. We're actually getting ready to do another shoot of that one. We're going to get in there, we're going to go all the way around that place. We're going to get ourselves a little golf cart, do an in-depth tour of that. They got an awesome little pool back there, and the grounds are really long. Like, we walked from the pool all the way down to where the boat picks you up to bring you over to the Magic Kingdom, and that's like a 2-mile walk. It's crazy. It doesn't look that big. Like the same sights and sounds you're going to see if you take the monorail from the Magic Kingdom over to Epcot. You don't really see a lot. You see a lot of this, and kind of always wonder why they don't put like decor or lit up decor down on the ground or something you see from up above that looks nice, that makes that, I think it's like 7 or 8 mile run a little more, I don't know, a little more fun. It's a cool ride though. I do like going on that monorail from the Magic Kingdom over to Epcot. But you'll do it a few times and then you won't want to go on it anymore just because you just don't really see anything. But it's fun to do it every now and then. You know, it's fun. Onto the main road that pulls us straight on down into the Magic Kingdom. Over on the right, you'll see the monorail track. That's the monorail that's going to take you from the Magic Kingdom all the way over to the Epcot theme park. Over on the left here is the Magic Kingdom parking. Way in the back there, if you see, all the trams parked out there. I know they're running a few, but there's one over here that's running right now. We actually, last week or the week before, we made a video of one of them. I actually get a lot of people that want those videos, so.
3 weeks ago, right?
It might have been. Parking out there, and it is full for the holiday season right now. So up here is the main turn. You're going to come to this red light and you're going to take a left. It's going to bring you over to the Polynesian, and it's going to bring you over to the Grand Floridian Resort. And up on the right here, you're actually going to go in. You'll see the Contemporary Resort straight ahead. We're not going there today. We did that one a couple weeks back. Right now, we're going to head over to the Polynesian, but if you take a right here, I'll see if I can get they got a little sign back in there, the entrance for getting in there, and it's a real nice entrance, and we're not going to see it. It's in a little too far. The trees are overgrown, but that's where the Wilderness Lodge is. Straight ahead right over there, that's the Contemporary, and that takes you right up to the Magic Kingdom. If you're going up to the Contemporary, it's actually going to take you to a bridge where you go underneath where the boats go through. So the boats are actually on top of the cars. And we're almost up to where we're going, so we're gonna have to say goodbye here in a few. But this is the entrance to the Magic Kingdom right there. One of the trams returning back to the parking lot. And we're getting ready to make the turn into the Polynesian. And this resort years ago, when you walk through the main lobby, it used to have like a lot of vegetation in there. They had some parrots in there. And since then, they've removed all that, opened up the inside, put some nice decor in there, changed the name, so now it's the Polynesian Village Resort. And now the Disney Vacation Club actually has some actual buildings of their own in here. And they brought over to the right as you're going in. And these are all redone recently. They redone the entrance area where the monorail comes in. So it's had a facelift. And this is one of the little gates that you're gonna have to go into any resort. This one's themed to the Polynesian. So each resort has its own unique theming and stuff like that, and this one is all around Hawaii. So we're getting ready to say goodbye here, guys. We'll catch you up to you guys in a little while. We're gonna head on in. So talk to you guys in a little bit.